What's up guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be going over what is private labeling and how you can do it in 2018. Now you guys are probably wondering, why do I need to private label my product? Why can't I just buy a generic one from China and manufacture it and send it over to the US so I can just start selling it? Now you can do that if you guys want. I know a lot of you guys have budgets, but then again, if you do that, you have to ask yourself how are you going to differentiate from everybody else in the marketplace, right? So if you throw up a generic product, the same product that everyone has, and it has no logo on it, people aren't going to trust it. People are going to rather want to buy brand name products that have brands on them, so they don't look like trash, right? So the first thing is putting your logo on the product, and how you do this. So now you can use different things. You can use anything from outsourcing it, or you can create it by yourself. Now if you want to create it by yourself, what guys can do, you can go on free websites like what do you call it, Canva, or you can actually design your logo on your own. It's very easy. There's a lot of shapes and designs on there that you can use to create your own logo to your own liking. Or you can actually go on Fiverr, pay someone to do it for $5. Nice logo for you. Now you guys got to remember that this logo doesn't have to be anything crazy. You don't have to make it look totally insane for people to like your product or trust your product, because no one's logo looks crazy, and their brand names aren't crazy either. But like I said, if you can't come up with any good ideas, just outsource it. Have other people do it for you that have experience in that part of the industry. Now the main reason we want to private label as well is so that we can do brand registry. So brand registry is when you have your logo on your product, you have your you have your brand name actually established, so that other people can't claim that they're selling your product. So if you guys have been on Amazon, or if you've done Amazon before, you probably know about hijackers, right? Hijackers are people that claim to be selling your same product. They'll hop into your listing. I don't know why Amazon doesn't get rid of them, because it's causing a lot of problems when it comes to the customers reporting on fake products or broken products, or products that don't match what's in the actual image. But that's basically so that happens. That's basically what we can do to avoid that from happening. And when you get brand registry, you can basically kick these hijackers off. Amazon will do it for you, and generally you can, in a way, threaten the hijackers with suing them, or contacting them, saying that we'll get we'll make this a legal matter, etc. if we don't if you don't get off my listing. Now there's a whole process to that, but that's not what this video is about. And also for private labeling, usually there's a minimum order quantity, right? When you talk to your supplier, you'd be like, hey, what's the minimum order quantity, or the MOQ, the MOQ of what it takes in order to do a label for your product or custom packaging. And generally it's around 500 to 1,000 units. Now of course you can work with them with that. You can negotiate, and sometimes you'll be able to get down to 400 or 450. Now I was able to get my supplier down to 300, but in that case they might push your lead time farther, so it might take close to 1.5 to 2 months. So definitely guys, and you also have to remember you want to get enough units to do giveaways, etc. So I'd stick to the 450 to 500 range. So once you do that, it's simple. All you have to do is design the logo, design your packaging. Now your packaging doesn't have to be insane either. You don't have to have a crazy design. The same concept. You can go to Fiverr. You can design it yourself. It's really easy to do. And they'll basically ask for a I forget what it's called. It's like an EPC or ECP or something like that, or ESP, and it's a file that has images on it that you can zoom in as much as possible without the quality being bad, so that it can be thrown onto your product and look very good. So once you have that, you can literally just send that over, including your logo design. Send that over, and they'll do all that for you. They'll center it for you. They'll basically just give you a template, and you just throw the design that you want on it with the emblem, and you give that to them, and they'll be able to center it and make it look good for you. And from there, if you guys want samples or anything, just tell them that, and they'll send it over to you. Now, private labeling is something that's very, very important, and that's what differentiates that from doing drop shipping, which is selling products that probably already have a brand name to them, and just various products, you're just like reselling them. So in private labeling, you just have your own business, you have your own brand, and it's also really good because not only can you have the brand on Amazon, you can take it off of Amazon, right? You can have your own Facebook page, you can create your own website for that product or brand name, and that's the whole concept of Amazon as well. You might be able to sell a whole bunch of products on Amazon, but if you take it outside of that, maybe even create a YouTube channel about it, or create a whole entire store about it, or a whole Shopify store, and we're slowly increase that brand. Because if you guys don't know, if you see a lot of brands on I don't know any like top name brands on certain products on Amazon, besides like I don't know, Philips, or Kindle, or I don't know, any big brand. Like if you find these brands on there that you don't really know about, maybe someone that sells, I don't know, anglizer rulers, and there's someone on the marketplace that's been on there for maybe a year or two or so. If you click on their store, and then you find like maybe 5 to even 10 products, and you see that they're selling really well, that's because those people that are buying those products are generally the same people that bought the original product that store had, and they basically stuck with that brand because they know about it, they can trust it, and basically that brings in other people as well to buy that product. So it's just like a YouTube channel, right? If you watch any YouTubers, like PewDiePie or something like that, you come back for videos all the time, right? The people that actually watch his videos are probably people that are always coming back over and over and over again. And it's the same concept with people on Amazon, and people that have bought your product previously and are basically connected to the brand, especially if you have email follow-ups through email autoresponders, etc. So that's definitely something you gotta keep in mind. Doing private labeling is something that's very expandable. It's a very opportunistic, if that's a word. But if once you get it down, you're going to be able to expand it immensely off of Amazon, and then just run this entire brand. So it starts little, from just throwing on your label on your product just so you can brand register it and keep hijackers off, and then over time, for the long term, we're trying to expand it outside so that it can grow, and we just have this massive following. So every time we come out with a new product, or a new subscription service, man, you have your own subscription service, or have something that people can subscribe to on emails and stuff, so that when you come out with a new product, or even to start a new brand, maybe it's not anglizer, or not maybe in the construction niche anymore with like anglizers and stuff, maybe start a new brand within I don't know, cleaning supplies, right? So there's always going to be a following around you, following you around, and trying to opt in order to figure out what they can buy next. So it's basically just trying to build a loyal following, so that you're going to be able to make more money over time. So with that being said, guys, that's all I wanted to talk about in this video. I just wanted to break down the whole concept of private labeling and why you guys should do it. I know a lot of you probably don't have enough money, or you might be on a budget in order to so you can't really meet that minimum order quantity that the suppliers have for their custom packaging, or for labeling to be put on the product. Now, when I say labeling, that doesn't mean putting the barcode or the FNSKU on the product. I mean specifically putting your logo on it. Now, guys, one last thing I forgot to mention is that when you create your brand names, and then you create your logos, make sure that they're they're kind of broad, right? And I'm talking about your brand name at first. Now, you can create different brands on Amazon, different stores, and I'm talking about your brand name for that specific product, right? So if you're going to be selling I don't know, beauty products, right? Be like, I don't know, Betsy's beauty products. Don't say something too specific. Don't be like, if you're selling I don't know, some type, selling something like, I don't know, some type of you know, face pad or something like that. You know, you shouldn't make your brand say you know, Felicia's face pads, right? You want something that's more broad, something that you know, people can you know, it's something that's broad and that can cover a spectrum of products, right? So that not only can you sell those face pads or whatever, you can also sell other products. So so that way it's not, your brand isn't specific to that individual product, right? So with that being said, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.